Here's something strange I've watched happen over and over. Two men say almost the exact same sentence to the same woman. One gets a laugh, a lean in, her eyes staying on him a second longer than they need to. The other gets a polite smile, and the conversation quietly dies. Same words, completely different outcome. For a long time, I thought it was luck or looks or timing. It isn't. There are 3 specific things happening in the version that works, and once you see them, you'll never watch small talk the same way again. If you're the kind of man who wants to understand exactly what's happening underneath these moments, subscribe now, because that's the entire point of this channel. Here's what you were probably taught. Ask good questions. Show interest, stay confident. None of that is wrong. The problem is how it gets used. Most men turn it into a technique they perform on a woman instead of something they're actually doing with her, and she feels that difference in about 4 seconds, even if she couldn't explain why. So think back to your last conversation that mattered to you. Were you actually there, or were you already 3 sentences ahead, assembling your next line? Be honest with yourself. Most men aren't having a conversation. They're having a performance, and the other person always senses the difference, even when they can't name it. There's a finding in psychology that most self-improvement content completely ignores. It has to do with how liking actually forms between 2 people, and it flips almost everything you've been told about staying smooth and consistent. I'll walk you through exactly what it is. But first, you need to see what's getting in your way. Most men think flirty small talk means being quick, polished, always having the next clever thing ready. So they chase that version, and it still falls flat, even when every line lands exactly as planned. Here's why. Polished reads as rehearsed. Rehearsed reads as closed off, not open. The research comes from a classic study by Elliot, Aronson. He found people don't feel the strongest pull towards someone who likes them consistently from the first second. They feel it towards someone whose warmth seems to grow in real time, right in front of them. That's the first step. Let it build instead of arriving already sold. Don't open with your best material. Let her watch you warm up to her. The real obstacle to doing this is that most men are scanning instead of participating, watching her face for approval, monitoring their own tone, narrating their intentions in their own head instead of just being in the exchange. Here's the vivid version. 2 men say the exact same flirty line. One says it while checking if it landed. The other says it while genuinely enjoying saying it. She feels the second one instantly and couldn't tell you why. That's the second step. Say the thing because you find it funny or true, not to test whether it works. Some men hear that and swing the other way. Full interview mode, question after question with no warmth behind it, or they go quiet and call it mystery when it's really just distance. That's not a character flaw. It's a miscalibration worth naming so you don't fall into it. Think about the last low-stakes exchange you had with someone you had 0 romantic interest in. A cousin's friend, someone at the coffee machine. It was easy, loose. You weren't managing anything. Here's the twist. You were probably more magnetic in that moment than during a date you actually cared about. That ease is the 3rd step, and it's the one most men skip because it feels like giving something up. It isn't. It's the entire goal. So here's the one reframe that ties the 3 together. Stop trying to make the conversation go well. Start trying to find out whether you actually enjoy her energy. That shift moves you from performer to observer, and observers don't leak anxiety the way performers do. Now the catch. Things start flowing, she's laughing, it's working, and that's exactly when men blow it. They try to lock it in, name the moment, ask if she's having fun, fish for reassurance. Naming the moment kills it every time. The second you ask for confirmation, you've announced you weren't sure, and now neither is she. This dynamic feels unfair to honest men, and it is. You'd rather just say what you feel. But understanding it doesn't make you dishonest. It makes you effective. Letting warmth build isn't coldness. Enjoying the moment instead of managing it isn't distance. Most dating advice never draws that line clearly, which is exactly why so many good men get mislabeled as boring. Esther Perel has said something close to this for years. Desire needs a little room to breathe, space the other person leans into rather than has handed to them. Here's the deepest layer. Most men don't actually want a great conversation. They want proof they're liked. Somewhere underneath the effort, they're quietly seeking her approval, and that need leaks through no matter how well it's hidden. All 3 steps collapse under the weight of that need, because she can sense it before you say a single flirty word. So, go back to where we started. The guy chasing her reaction gets the polite smile. The guy simply enjoying the moment gets the laugh. The lean in, the second look. Chasing versus choosing. One leaks anxiety, the other radiates ease, and ease is what actually pulls people in. Here's your one takeaway. Before your next conversation, ask yourself one question. Am I trying to impress her, or am I trying to find out if I like her? That single shift changes everything that follows. If this gave you a clearer read on why some men make it look easy, subscribe, because this channel exists for men who want to understand women and themselves with real clarity, not recycled tricks. And if you're looking for where to go next, my previous video on how to talk to any woman, color first, words second, is the perfect follow-up. People who have watched both back-to-back said it all finally clicked. That link is on your screen right now. Don't sleep on it.